At Wind River Resort and Casino, we like to celebrate life's little moments. Oh, and the big ones too, because around here, when you're completely in the moment, that's when the magic happens. Come in and find your moment at Wind River Resort and Casino.
Well, good morning to you all. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger, and it is your Monday, August 19th, Coffee with Krueger. Of course, I got my fresh cup of coffee here, some freshly ground coffee. Of course, then put it in the old cup, brewed it up, and now we've got ourselves some coffee. And I'm telling you what, this is usually by the time I start Coffee with Krueger, it's my second cup because I'm up so darn early in the morning, folks. But got to get that forecast out to you. Got to get everything out for you. And some of the new things that I do want to introduce and talk to you about are, of course, this really cool new feature that what I've started doing here on the neighborhood forecast here. If you go to weathernorcal.com, I love this. This is pretty cool. This is a new thing that I'm offering. So you go up to the top here, you see right there, it says Valley. Also, a really cool interactive map down here, if you're wondering too. So you can click on any of the neighborhoods that you want. So maybe it's a neighborhood you live in. Maybe it's a neighborhood you're going to maybe just explore some of the great areas around here. But let's say Trinity County, for example. Now, what I'm doing every morning is I update a forecast, a video forecast specifically for each neighborhood. And then, of course, I've got the forecast discussion for kind of a general broadcast forecast discussion. And then if you don't want to necessarily watch the video, you can go down here and check out all the maps, see what your 7-day forecast looks like, see what your forecast for the day looks like, not to mention your hourly forecast as well. So be sure to check that out. Again, this is something kind of new that I've offered here at Weather NorCal, and I'm really excited to just kind of tweak things here and there as things kind of get better here. We got a few people chiming in this morning. We've got Rowdy, Chappie, Ruth, Mary, a lot of the regulars coming in saying good morning. Looks like Rowdy's saying a beautiful clear morning in Fortuna this morning. So thank you all so much for chiming in this morning. Let's go ahead and take you to Krueger's Quickcast. This is just kind of a quick overall look at the forecast for today. A quick look at the 7-day forecast, and then of course a deeper dive forecast as we go a little bit later. So right now, look at how nice it is. I mean, you're able to open up those windows this morning, let in some of that nice, fresh, cool air, and it really is very pleasant out there. Upper 50s for most of us in the valley. Look at Bernie. You're down to 37 degrees this morning, 41 for Alturas, 51 for Hoopa, and there you can see out towards Crescent City, a temperature of about 50 degrees. Visibility looks pretty good out there. Let's go ahead and see what it looks like with our sunset cam coming in from Crescent City. And yeah, I mean, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You know, if you were lucky enough to have the sun come up behind you, there are still some beautiful colors coming in from there. And you know, for fun, let's go ahead and take you to the Sundial Bridge, see what it looks like over there. You got clear skies. Some people out there enjoying this cooler weather. You know, good morning for a walk out on the Sundial Bridge or wherever you may be, taking out the pets for a walk or whatnot. I mean, look at that. They're wearing, looks like sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts in August. So yeah, definitely some people consider it to be a little bit on the chilly side. They're wearing those long pants as well. So yeah, I mean, again, you really can't beat these temperatures that we're experiencing here for this time of the year. Now, what we're seeing here is a little bit in the low visibility range for some areas, maybe seeing some of that patchy morning fog for some of those inland valleys. But getting you out the door this morning, yeah, I mean, you're looking at temperatures around 60, 8 o'clock, still very nice, even at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're talking low to mid 50s for most of the higher elevations, and not to mention the coast. And some areas along the coast are seeing some of those clouds. Now, take a look at the smoke forecast. There's really nothing to report. There may be some smoke coming in from the Boise fire, but we're not really seeing a lot of smoke coming in from the fires. They're just becoming less active, which is obviously a good sign. Temperatures for today. Well, of course, now before we get to that, we got to get to the future cast. We got a couple of clouds coming in from the southwest later on today, mainly for the coast, and not to mention Trinity, Siskiyou County. Otherwise, mainly sunny skies for most of us. And of course, tonight, those kind of start to dissipate. All right, now we take a look at our forecast highs for today. And look at this, even the valley struggling to get out of the 80s. Now, there are a few spots, Redding, Cottonwood, yeah, sure, you may touch 90 degrees today, but it's not going to be for a very long time. So mainly in the 80s today. Temperatures in the 70s for most of us in the higher elevations, although you can see some of the warmer spots like Susanville, 85, 82 for Alturas, Dunsmuir about 82, and then of course in Trinity County in the 80s as well, although Ruth about 79. And then for the coast, you're looking at those temperatures in the low to mid 60s. So we look at the 7-day outlook, and this is going to be the second week that we've got this streak of below not only hundreds, but even 90s. I mean, look at this. We're only getting up to 90, 91 for Redding and really the Valley in general tomorrow and Wednesday. That's a little bit of a warming trend, if you will. But then it cools off again. And then we got a chance for showers for Thursday, Friday. Look at Friday, mid-70s. What? Right? I mean, this is just very unusual for this time of the year. Low 80s on Saturday, but look at this trend going into the weekend. Now, Sunday only just shows the beginning, but I do expect to possibly see the return of some triple digits by day 8, day 9. Could happen. Now, for the coast, chance for showers. And you'll notice everyone here in NorCal has a chance for showers and maybe even some thunderstorms Thursday, Friday. I'm going to be fine-tuning the forecast as far as the overall intensity, the timing of it all, who's going to see it, because not everyone will, it looks like. It doesn't look to be quite as organized, but we'll certainly have to keep an eye on it. Siskiyou County, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains, also the chance for showers later in the week. Cooler in the 60s for Friday for Alturas, Mount Shasta, Susanville, but then it dries out and it starts to warm back up as we take you into the weekend. All right, well, let's take a look at the air quality out there, and you can see the air quality is actually looking pretty good. You can see near the Boise fire, we do have kind of in that moderate air quality. But again, we're just not seeing a lot of smoke coming in from these fires. Now, the latest coming in from the Park Fire is at 429,388 acres, now at 53% containment. We're just watching that containment go up by a percent here and there, and that is just fantastic news. And we're also seeing the percentage go up for the Boise fire, close to 12,000 acres now at 13% containment. One of the new areas, and one of the things you'll notice on the west side of the fire, the black line, those are the black lines of containment. And then, of course, as you look on the right side or the northeast side of the fire, see that little arm kind of coming down? That is, looks to me like some kind of firing operation that we have there. And that will probably begin to fill in today over the next few days. So that's not going to be anything too alarming. That's just a way for the firefighters to basically say, by creating that arm and burning that arm right there on that ridge, what happens is as the fire approaches, then by the time that fire is done burning in that fire operation, it's less fuels for the fire to burn. And they're able to kind of maybe even stop it and halt the fire at that location. So, you know, we'll hope for the best on that one, but things are certainly looking better for the Boise fire. And we take a look at some of the latest heat signatures, and there are none over, at least that the satellite's detecting. I mean, it's obviously still burning in areas, but we're not seeing those heat signatures on the satellite, meaning it's not burning very hot. So the yellow there, that's about 2 to 3 days old that we're looking at there. So again, not as active, obviously, is when the fire started. There you can see some of the winds out there right now, not an issue, but you can see here, the main thing that we got to watch here is the winds off to the east, because we do have elevated fire danger for eastern Modoc County today. That by tomorrow will be into eastern Lassen County as well. So we still got to watch the dry and windy conditions there, but elsewhere it's just nothing unusual. Yes, it's dry. Chico down to 9%. We're down to the single digits in some areas here, but that may improve over the next day or two. Take a look at Lake Oroville, and there's a nice shot looking out at the sun rising there. Take you out to Lake Oroville, North Forebay. And of course, the sun has risen. We are looking at clear skies, and not to mention calm winds, making the lake look like glass. There you can see Main Street, Chico. Just a couple of cars out there and getting ready for their day, which should be a pretty good day at that. Highway 99 at Neal Road. Traffic's flowing smoothly there. And Highway 44 at Sundial Bridge Drive. Unfortunately, we don't have a moving camera here, but you can get the idea. Looks like traffic is okay over there. By the way, today is Monday. So we've got our Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. One thing, of course, we're going to be looking at one of their newest members of the family. That's kind of over the last few weeks. But we're doing an update on the owl or owlet that they just received a couple of weeks ago. And I tell you what, it has been growing, it has been changing. So let's take a look at the latest look at the owlet out there, Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. Hello everyone, Mike Krueger, Weather NorCal. This is Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, of course sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. Here's Sharon from Turtle Bay, and yet to be named, although it has been named, but the announcement is exciting. So really the first thing we want to talk about is how much change and growth we've had, right?
Correct. I mean, I always tell everyone they literally change every single day. Hatched at about this size, and he is now 6.5 weeks old, actually 7 weeks tomorrow. So he's basically 7 weeks old. He is lost most of his baby down. He's looking like a barn owl. Notice I'm saying he now instead of like we didn't know. We can tell from his coloration on his belly, stark white, that he's looking up.
I know, right? He's like,
his belly's stark white, so we know he's a boy. He's little, so we know he's a boy too. Females are a lot larger. They do more of the hunting, and they're much, much smarter. Oh, no, wait, just kidding.
Oh,
kidding, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But the females are larger. Females are about 1/3 larger than males, typically.
Okay.
Cricket was a very large male. Cricket was the size of a female, but he is actually about the normal size for a male, so he's little.
So it'll be interesting because I'll have to do some video of kind of like, you know, when the first couple of visits, so you can kind of see the differences in the growth here. So you have decided on a name.
We have.
Okay, so should we do the announcement, official announcement
we
here
need
on
a
Weather
drum
NorCal?
roll out there, everyone.
Drum roll.
Drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay, someone's playing a drum.
Someone's drumming.
All right.
Okay, so we are naming him after his call. Most owls do not hoot, and people think they hoot. So we have named him officially Banshee.
Banshee.
Banshee. So they do a banshee call, this scream. It's a banshee scream.
There was that one that like Who Cooks for You, right? That was Chef.
Chef. Named after his call, and so we decided to name him after his.
Banshee.
Banshee.
Well, nice to meet you, Banshee. You know, and I've been noticing during this segment here that he's been kind of doing this weird like little jig, like with his head. What's that all about?
He's listening.
He's listening.
He's listening.
Very curious.
Very curious. He's looking, he's listening. He's probably hearing our feet move, and he's trying to figure out where the sounds are coming from.
Okay.
So the way they hear is through what's called triangulation. So one ear is higher, one ear is lower. They're asymmetrical. And the third point is the sound. So they're moving around. If the sound hits one ear first, then the sound is over that way. If it hits the other ear first, it's there until they can actually hit both ears and they know exactly where the sound is coming from. They're able to directional all directions, up, down, sideways, to pinpoint. They have the best hearing out of all birds, and they do well over 75% of their hunting just by listening.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll let me right now, but
well, we saw that in the previous, the ear.
Ears. Yeah, he'll let us show his ears.
Come on, leave me alone.
And we figured out that his left ear is actually higher than his right ear.
Okay, so that's kind of the whole triangulation thing going on.
Exactly.
All right. Well, anything else you want to mention, or are we good? Or
we're good. We're good. I mean, people should come out and see him and the other animals. And animal shows are going for the weekends through Labor Day.
Okay.
And the Labor Day show, we're actually having it. And don't forget, September 19th, Caffeinate for a Cause.
Oh, we're getting on that.
I think
are we going to have
somebody
me do it?
Here should be a celebrity barista, I think. So if you guys think so, you should like push him.
Okay, we'll see. I mean, I would love to do it. We'll see. I just don't know if I can get in there or not.
September 19th.
We'll work on it. But thank you so much, Sharon. Thank you. Banshee is the official name. So nice to meet you. Just an amazing bird, an amazing animal. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time for another Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals, sponsored by Cottonwood Vet and Small Animal Clinic. Again, so a quick reminder of what she was talking about with the Caffeinate for a Cause. That's September 19th. You can go in here, and of course you can get more information about it. They've also got it's a great website if you want to know what's going on there. They're still doing the Walk on the Wild Side through September 1st, as a matter of fact. So you can still check out their animal show. They've also got the museum exhibition, which is the Expedition Dinosaurs Rise of the Mouse. And by the way, if you want to donate You know, they're a nonprofit organization, so they do need that money to kind of keep the place operating and going. And you can just go to the upper right here and click on that donate button, and you will be good to go. All right, so let's see what's going on with some of you out there this morning. We have got Terry Ann saying good morning, everyone. A gorgeous owl. I agree. It was so much fun hanging out with that owl here. There's a good morning. Say gorgeous owl. Absolutely, I agree. It was so neat. During that segment, you could see that it was looking right at me, kind of turning its head around like that. It was really neat. All right, see what else we got going on out there this morning. We got Terry Murray saying, have a lovely week. Well, thank you. I hope you have yourself a great week as well. We got Kim Burns asking the question, do you think we're going to see more 100-plus days? It's August. Yes, we will. We got very lucky last week. Now, it was still pretty warm. We saw some mid, even upper 90s last week, but we stayed below 100. This week will be even cooler. We'll stay below 100. We'll stay below 90 today, most likely in most cases. Talking low 90s here by, say, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then even cooler. I mean, much cooler by the end of the week. But next weekend, and in particular next week, so a week from now, I might be telling you about some triple-digit heat that's in the forecast. So yeah, it'll be back, but I don't see a major heat wave. I don't see this massive increase where we're talking 110, 115. We're just talking what we're used to around here. Upper 90s, some lower 100s, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. So yeah, thank you for the question. Good question. Good morning from Curtis, saying he's, of course, from Red Bluff. Tracy Sackett this morning is saying, chilly in MacArthur. I bet. I mean, I was seeing some of those temperatures. I think it was Bernie, and we'll take a look at those current temperatures here in a second, but Bernie's in the 30s, if I'm not mistaken. So wouldn't doubt if that's the case out towards MacArthur as well. So yeah, very cool. Very nice. Curtis Hughes, of course, I think anyone would agree. Loving this weather, absolutely. Of course, over the weekend, that great thunderstorm, the series of storms that moved through, especially the Redding area, not to mention Trinity County, Siskiyou County. And in fact, there were severe thunderstorm warnings even in the Redding area with those storms. So definitely a very interesting Saturday, to say the least. But then it quieted down, and we saw a beautiful Sunday. Jackie Dixon saying, I hope everyone who starts school at Shasta College has a blessed and wonderful first day. Yeah, should be fun. Of course, my wife, she's a teacher over at Chiba, but she also does teaches some online courses over there at Shasta College. I believe it's food handling and food safety, all that good stuff. And then, of course, so yeah, I guess today is the first day out at Shasta College. I guess that explains why she's been working a little extra hard over the weekend and try to get prepared for the class. Okay, so let's get to your forecast here for today, made possible by Wind River Resort and Casino. Of course, keep in mind, Weather NorCal, and of course Coffee with Krueger, all of these things would not exist without our sponsors. So I want to thank Wind River for their support. At Wind River Resort and Casino, enjoy friendly service, a wide variety of specials and promotions, plus all of your favorite slots and table games. So here's what's going on right now. Yeah, it's nice. If I didn't have traffic going by, I'd have my windows open, letting in that nice cool air. But you don't need to hear the big diesel trucks going by. But you can see about 59 degrees for Redding, 59 in Chico, 61 for Oroville. We've got those temperatures in the 30s, 40s for some of the high. Look at this, Bernie, 37, 49 degrees out in Shingletown. So of course, you head up northeast to MacArthur, you're probably in the 30s there as well. 41 for Alturas, 50 degrees for Susanville, 49 for Wairika, and right around that 50-degree mark for most of us along the coast. A mild start to the week, but we do expect a slight warming trend after today, just for a few days, because then we're going to see a big drop in our temperatures, along with some more rain, maybe some thunderstorms in the forecast. All right, let's take a look at those winds out there right now. Yeah, fairly calm winds, but that changes as we look at the forecast wind gusts. This is the main area of concern and focus because we've got gusty winds there, low relative humidity, and that's going to increase that fire danger both today and tomorrow. But notice elsewhere, the winds really aren't that bad going into today, tomorrow, and even Wednesday. But again, we really got to watch here. It looks like the winds are dying down a little bit here, even in the eastern mountains as well, so that's good. But with that said, We take a look at the humidity. See how dry it is off to the east, so that's why you have the elevated fire danger. We're down to about the single digits to about 10% for many of us in the valley. We see a slight increase on your Tuesday. We take you into your Wednesday, about the same, and even a slight increase off to the north and east. So again, as I was mentioning, the winds, the dry conditions. Today, eastern Modoc County has the elevated fire risk. Tomorrow, that jumps down to the south as well. Can I do that? Can we advance it? There it is. It moves into eastern Laskin County as well. That's for tomorrow. So again, it's the dry conditions and the winds. All right, so we've got this big, broad trough of low pressure right here. That's helping to kind of pump in some clouds. You can see this little disturbance right here, which, by the way, that's not going to move through us. That'll just bring us some clouds for today, later this afternoon, especially to the north and west of the valley. So we look at Futurecast, and you can see those clouds kind of coming on in here later on today. The coast, Trinity County, western Siskiyou County, mainly in the form of some high, maybe a few mid-level clouds, but I don't anticipate any rain at this point. And then dry for the valley, of course, and sunny skies too. Tuesday, it looks like we're not even going to see much in the way of fog for the coast, but notice we're seeing these clouds developing in the afternoon, so we're going to see some of those afternoon cumulus clouds develop in especially Siskiyou County. And there could be a stray shower in there. Don't be surprised if tomorrow and even Wednesday we see a stray shower developing in Siskiyou County, even Trinity County. But you see, even off in the eastern mountains, we're seeing those clouds developing as well. So yeah, I mean, could we see a stray shower? Not out of the question. But the main event doesn't look to be here until around Thursday or Friday. And you can see that here. There's Thursday, better chances coming on in. And then on Friday, there you can see, again, that chance. Now, the timing of this, the intensity of this, the placement of where the rain is going to be, that's all going to change. The forecast model has been really going back and forth on the placement of the storm system coming through later this week, even the timing of it. This was the first time when I woke up this morning, this is the first time I saw it possibly coming in as early as Thursday, coming in on Friday. I was expecting it to last into Saturday, but now it looks like Saturday it moves on out of here. You'll see that. Kicks on out by Saturday, Sunday, and then all of next week, you can see it's looking dry. But look at this, a little bit of monsoon moisture possibly coming in by the beginning of next week, although we'll see what happens with that. Because let's take a look at the temperature. So again, this area of low pressure right here, it's moving out. So after today, that moves on out. And as a result, between this low system pressure moving out and this one coming in, between those will be a nice little gap. And that should allow our temperatures to increase for your Tuesday, Wednesday. But again, by Thursday, cooler air, chance for showers. By the way, maybe some elevated winds coming out of this as well. We'll have to watch that. Going into Friday, that's kind of right on top of us, mainly just to our north, but that's still a chance for rain. And then that kicks on out. What happens is, not only does this heat, dome of heat, move closer to us by this upcoming weekend and next week, but we've got some warmer air coming in from the south as well. So this is when I expect temperatures to get back closer to normal for this time of the year. In fact, you can see the long range in the next 10 days plus, you're getting in the reds here. And you see the darker shades of orange here. That means better chances of seeing above normal temperatures. So I think the triple digits could return probably sometime around the beginning of next week. Check this out, all right? You take a look at the first week and a half of October. Maybe not, it was October, cooler, rain, right? But no, of August. Here you can see, of course, for Reading, I mean, it was 100 degrees or higher, except for the first Saturday of the month, we saw a temperature of 97. Then all last week, you see these, I mean, it got pretty warm. I mean, you're talking upper 90s, and that's getting pretty warm, but we stayed below 100 degrees. And then over the weekend, of course, there's the showers, thunderstorms we saw Saturday. The cooler air was still in place yesterday, and that's why we only reached the upper 80s. And then we look at the extended. Let's take a look beyond that. So keep in mind, all last week below 100, all this week below 100. We're going to be looking at 2 weeks below 100 degrees in August and well below normal. You know, you can see just right around 90 for tomorrow, Wednesday. Look at that big dip on Friday, down to 76 degrees. That's over 20 degrees below normal. And then we go back up. So this is what I was talking about. By the beginning of next week, I'm beginning to see that potential for some triple-digit heat returning. Well, you know, it's normal. It's normal for this time. We've been spoiled. We were spoiled last week. We're going to be spoiled again this week. There you can see the wave heights for today. Really not much going on here, right? We're not going to see it increase a whole lot for tomorrow, but it will just by a little bit. East winds at 5 knots, waves from the northwest at 2 feet at 8 seconds, patchy fog. No big deal, nothing big. So if you have to be on a small boat, it looks like you're in pretty good shape. Taking a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. So what I've done here, and yeah, I talked about this even yesterday, what I call a broad brush forecast, because when there's still a little bit of uncertainty on timing, the intensity, exactly where the rain is going to be, I do what's called a broad brush forecast. So for Thursday, Friday, I'm keeping that chance for everyone. Mountains, inland, the coast, valley, all seeing that chance for Thursday, Friday. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're looking at these. But there you can see temperatures mainly in the low to mid 80s along the Highway 299 corridor, Highway 3 corridor, temperatures mid 80s there, 83 degrees for Coffee Creek, 84 in Trinity Center. A little bit cooler to the south, especially out towards High and Palm at 79, 77 for Forest Glen, but Hayfork, you're still up to about 84 degrees today. Temperatures getting a little bit warmer for your Tuesday, Wednesday. Your North Coast neighborhood forecast, you can see about 75 for Red Crest, 84 in Red Way, and you can see out towards Shelter Cove about 68 degrees. Ferndale, 68 today, 70 in Hydesville, Rio Dell, a high of about 69, and 69 degrees in Fortuna. All right, take you up to the north, 69 degrees out towards Blue Lake. There you can see Hoopa, a little bit warmer, basically mid 80s today through Wednesday, and then that drop in the temperatures here by Thursday and Friday. Take you up north and for Crescent City. There you can see those temperatures mid 60s through Wednesday. A slight dip for Thursday, Friday with that chance for rain. Here's your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast, mainly to the west, western Siskiyou County. Happy Camp 82. 85 for Horse Creek. There you can see out towards Gazelle about 82 degrees. Chance for showers by the end of the week for Wairika. We take you out to Scott Valley, 81, out towards Greenview, 77 for Fort Jones, and Callahan, a temperature of about 80 degrees today. Let's take you out to central and eastern Siskiyou County, about 74 degrees in Tennant, McLeod, about 79, 82 degrees for Dunsmuir, and Mount Shasta City, about 78 degrees. How about Modoc County? There you can see Newell, about 77, Fort Bidwell, 83, 80 for Cedarville. We're down to the mid-60s by Friday. Ooh, very nice. Upper 60s by Saturday, and it's warming back up by the end of the weekend. We're going to see that trend get even warmer by early next week. 80 for Boerne today. There's your 7-day forecast for Boerne, basically low 80s through Wednesday, 60s, mid-60s by Friday there. And then, of course, temperatures warming back up by the weekend. Let's take you to the south, out towards Lassen Park and Chester. There, of course, you can see temperatures right around 80 in Chester, and then a dip in our temperatures here over the weekend. All right, we take you to the eastern mountains southward here, out towards Paradise. Low to mid 80s through Wednesday, 70s on Thursday, 60s on Friday. You can see upper 60s for places like Susanville on Friday, and then 82 degrees by Sunday. So again, it's warming up at that point. Here's your valley neighborhood forecast in the south. 80, look at this. I mean, we're mainly in the mid to upper 80s. 87 for Chico, 85 degrees for Durham, 86 degrees for Gridley. Up north, we could touch 90 in some spots, in particular Reading, maybe Anderson, maybe Palisadro, Cottonwood. 83 degrees for Lakehead, and Whiskeytown about 84. So looking at your 7-day outlook for Reading, it looks like temperatures, as I mentioned, just a tad warmer, just a tad, as we take you into your Tuesday and Wednesday. Back down to the 80s by Thursday. There's that broad brush forecast Thursday, Friday. Someone was asking me, can we expect the thunderstorms to be as intense for your Friday as Thursday and Friday? And I would say at this point, no. What happened? I had everybody up on my chat, and now it's gone. My internet just crashed, I guess, on my thing. Hopefully everything's okay with the... Yeah, looks like everything's okay there. Oh, looks like it's back up. Something happened. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's my little behind the scenes here that you're kind of getting caught up in. All right, so that's going to do it. We got Elaine saying, it's kind of the latest that's coming in here. Elaine saying, good morning, Mike. Have a marvelous Monday and a great week. Thanks for the great weather update. You betcha. Of course, I'm so glad to do this. It's fun. I enjoy it. And I love the interactivity. You can ask questions. You can comment. You can say good morning to me, to everybody else. It's great. Of course, there's the Shasta College. I guess it's starting today, so that is good news if you're looking forward to getting back to school. But that's going to wrap it up here for today, folks. What do you say we kind of wrap things up here, take a look at a couple of images, some cameras from the surrounding area. We're going to start off with Lake Oroville, the live stream there, clear skies, beautiful shot of the lake. Well, that's going to do it for Coffee with Krueger today. I want to remind you that if you missed it, You can always go to the website, click on the Coffee with Krueger section, and you can watch the pre-recorded version. So be sure to check that out. In the meantime, have yourselves a great Monday, even better week, and we'll see you tomorrow morning on Coffee with Krueger at 7 a.m.
Thank you.